What's going on, guys, and welcome to some Ghost Recon Breakpoint. So, Ubisoft were really kind enough to invite me out to Paris to go and play this game, and honestly, I've been so excited just to get my hands on it, really. I've been playing a lot of Ghost Recon Wildlands at the moment. I've been playing the Ghost mode on that to sort of build up my excitement for this, and yeah, so I got a load of free roam stuff. I got to look at a load of the menus, a load of the map, weapons, weapon customization, character customization, all this stuff. So keep an eye on my channel for videos talking about all those kind of things coming up in the next few days. But what you just saw there was you can play this game in like a sort of an exploration mode or a guided mode. If you played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it's something like that. It's like you can play it so the game sort of guides you through the missions you're supposed to be doing, or you could just sort of do your own thing like it was in Wildlands, where you got to go and choose which region you went to next and take out which boss whenever. It's kind of like that. You know, you can play it how you want, or you can have the game tell you sort of what you want to do. But I thought in this episode we'd go and just do some exploring, have a look into these snowy mountains up here. And one thing you're going to notice straight away is just how good this game looks. Like, Wildlands looked good. It didn't run the best on my PC. I think it was quite a tricky one to run on PC. This, I know that they've sort of built it from the ground up for PC, or at least that's what they've said. It looks incredible, and it definitely feels authentic. So you can carry 3 different weapons. Beautiful! You can carry 3 different weapons, like you could in Wildlands. You've got a pistol, and then obviously you've got 2 weapons that you can have. Your primary weapons. However, the way it is done is a bit differently. Like, yes, you unlocked weapons in Wildlands, but the way you do it here is there's these little boxes that you find lying around. We'll find some in this gameplay in a bit, and they have new weapons in that could be better than the weapons you already have, or worse than the weapons you already have. I done goofed there, man. I majorly done goofed. Good night. Yeah, we got into a bit of a pickle here, I'm not gonna lie. This helicopter was after us. Took me a while to take it out, but I think we eventually get rid of it. Oh, night. It was weird, I shot him and he just stayed sat there. Like, I'm pretty sure he would have gone flying out unless he was attached by something. He's probably attached by something now that I think about it. But this is like a good indication of what it's like in free roam. Like, I played all of what I did was solo. We did have the option to play with other people, but I just thought, like, because the majority of my videos are based on sort of solo gameplay in old games, I thought that's what I'd stick to sort of my roots while playing this. So I missed out on playing with some other people that were there. I met some really good guys over there. Also, falling down mountains is a thing now. Like, if you try and rush down a mountain way too quickly, you're going down, man. It's quite funny. It gets me killed towards the end of this episode, though, so just keep an eye out for that, because it's quite good. But yeah, so I missed out on playing with a few people that I met at the event, but I feel like I got some good gameplay. It's going to be slightly different to what other people will have got. But you'll notice, like, in Wildlands, you'd get people after you, yes, but it would only really be if you went past a group of enemies and you know, you annoyed them a little bit. What a shot. What a shot. In this, you start a fight, they come in for you. Because if you know the plot of this game, it's you've crash landed on this island, you were headed to it, but you crash landed on the island and you're the one being hunted. So, as soon as they get a whiff of you or where you might be, they all pile in. So you'll just see throughout this whole episode, I'm just sort of running away and trying to get clear. Thankfully, we're in the mountains, so there's a lot of places for us to hide. Now, you'll notice here, this is one of the boxes I was talking about where you find weapon equipment. You will find a lot of cool vehicles lying around. The vehicles do actually feel a lot nicer to drive than they did in Wildlands, to be honest. But what you pick up in the boxes could be anything. So like there, we just got gloves. You can get weapons. You can get very good weapons. You can get very bad weapons. But like all your outfits and stuff, the customization's all the same from Wildlands in terms of what you can customize. So like, you know, your pants, your boots, your vest, your t-shirt, your hat, your balaclavas, all of that stuff. But you get it all quite randomly. I don't know if there are particular ways in which you can get this stuff. They didn't really reveal that much information to us about that, but so far, all I know is that you do have to sort of just keep exploring, and it forces you to sort of free roam a little bit, which I'm happy about, because that's my thing. Also, there's a nice range of vehicles in this as well. It was in Wildlands, it was a very sort of basic range of vehicles. In this, there's a hell of a lot, and I definitely didn't even come across all of them. See ya, fellas. Sorry. But you see what I mean? Like, the graphics are insane. Like, granted, this was played on PC. I was playing this on PC. I don't know, I'm gonna guess the console graphics will look just as good. It's just such a nice looking game, and they've really done well with it. And if you want a game with a good sort of feel to it, a good survival feel, this definitely is it. This really feels like a simulator. Because it has the injury stuff, so if you get injured in a particular way, you can get major injuries or minor injuries. You can see my guy's kind of limping at the moment because he did have an injury on his leg. It's all healed now, but he's still a little bit weak from it, and it takes him some time to get better. Also, running down this hill, if we chose the wrong turning and it went slightly too steep, we would literally just fall all the way down. And also there in the bottom, in the middle, you can see that's the stamina bar refilling slowly. So if you use up all your stamina, you cannot sprint any further. I don't know why, but this ladder would not let me climb up it. I've climbed up other ladders in this game, but that one just didn't want to mess around with me. So whatever, it's cool. Now towards the, I don't know, middle of this gameplay, I will show off the map as well, so you get a good look at the map. From what I've seen and from what I could see from when I played it, I don't know if it's the same size as Wildlands, but it's definitely a huge map. It could be bigger, but the way the Wildlands map was laid out, because of all the different regions, it's hard to be able to tell, because you'll see what I mean in a second. The map's laid out differently in this, obviously because it's a different place. But there's different islands. There's like the main island, the main place that we're on now, but it has loads of different regions within it. But then there's also a few different islands off and around the side. So there's like a volcano island. You'll see. It's hard to explain, but it's either way, the game is massive. Sorry, mate. It is actually huge, which is just perfect, really. So all your enemies, they'll all drop ammo. You can see there on the right, it tells you what ammo you've picked up. So you have, obviously you've got different ammo types as you would in real life. You can go hunting if you want to go hunting. That's also an option. Or you can hunt the huge. God, you see how he fell off that? That'd have been the end of me. What am I doing with a pistol? Thank you. You see what I mean? Like, this helicopter just came out of nowhere. Like, I was just minding my own business. Yes, I was in a bit of a fight before, but they just tracked me down. It doesn't really... Oh, my God. Ugh. Sorry, car. You good? Oh, dearie me. Look at that, even the snow effect when you drive over the bits of snow, the big piles of it. But this helicopter does not want to give up on me right now. But again, this is what I mean, like, you'll find loads of these little buildings lying around, and there's normally a few enemies in them. There's some high-tech enemies as well. You'll notice this drone here. Uh-oh. So there are some drones and there are some machines, that's going to explode, that are like very difficult to destroy. I'll show them off in some future episodes. I've got a few different free roam videos to show you guys. But there's some like drones and like tank things that are near impossible to take out by yourself. Or you just need very powerful weapons and a lot of patience. And maybe a lot of grenades. And maybe some teammates, I don't know. From what I've seen, everything is possible on your own in this game, which makes me happy. But it will be a challenge, but that's a good thing, right? We like a challenge. So here's another weapons case slash stuff case, and we got ourselves that MTAR. Is it MTAR? Looks like an MTAR. It's a TAVO ASR Mark 1. But look at this, right? Look at it. We've got the helicopter coming in, and we've got a load of ground units coming in from wherever they're coming in from. But you see what I mean about it being like actually about survival. It's a very different Ghost Recon game than what we played in the past, especially compared to Wildlands. Because it's got that nice big open world that we've come to expect from Wildlands, only we're not the big dogs anymore. We are being hunted by every single person on this island. Also, I just realized I didn't have my suppressor on. But now we do. See, sometimes some enemies will drop like green weapons, or they'll drop green pieces of clothing. It's like Battle Royale kind of stuff, in that the colors correspond with different levels of weapons and things like that. So different armor capabilities, different damage capabilities, things like that. When things get a bit too dangerous as well, the game will actually tell you to fall back, just like it did there. It knew I couldn't handle it. Well, it thought I couldn't anyway. So there you go. This is a little look at the map. So you see what I mean? You've got the main island down the middle, but then you've got the windy islands in the middle. You've got Egg Island down there. There's another island over to the right, which I didn't notice. But there's the main island in the middle. And just bear in mind, we're only in this tiny little area. And then you've got the other island at the top. So you see, it's a huge place, but it's hard to tell what it is compared to Wildlands. Also, there's a secret island over there, which I don't think I was supposed to show. But that's a look at the map. Like, it definitely is huge. Because we're just here on this tiny... Well, this feels like a really big stretch of snow place that we've been looking around at. And we're getting absolutely pummeled. But there's a whole other load of regions and areas within this main island for us to explore. So it's going to be a really fun game for videos. I cannot wait to get this game in my hands and actually start playing it properly. I was determined to take this out, man. I didn't want to just leave it. After all, I just tried to just blow up the helicopter. And then I tried to escape it. Bike driving is a bit weird again. In Wildlands it was a bit strange. It's still a bit strange. I don't quite trust it, to be honest. I don't think I'd get on one if there was like a ghost mode for this, where, you know, if you die, you die. But I'll probably drive around if I can come back to life. Also, you can completely hide the HUD as well. I don't think I do it in this gameplay, but you can just press... I can't remember what button it is, but there's a button, you just press it, and the HUD completely disappears, and then you can just press the same button again, and it brings it... Oh, it's tab on PC. And it just brings it back up. And I think you can set it so that, you know, you can just have the mini-map showing, and then you can have, like, your mission objectives and things like that pop up whenever you press the designated button. There you go, there's like another hut, we got a vehicle here, got some supplies. I can feel like this is going to be a really important thing to do, or at least if you want good loot anyway, you have to, it forces you into doing a bit of exploration. Like, obviously you can do the missions and you will pick stuff up, but then you just got a vector. It's got a damn vector. And this is a little look at weapon customization. So it's the same as Wildlands. You can customize everything. So you can obviously add different magazines, different muzzles, all that stuff. But then you can also change the paint colors of every single individual part of the weapon, which I love. You can really go all out with this. And they've just made a really nicer job of the way it looks. The weapon looks a lot cooler. You can do the individual parts, but I just didn't want it there. I don't think, anyway. And this is your skill tree, so you got skills that you can upgrade. It's different in Wildlands. It was like, well, it was, you know what I mean. It was just different to this, but this is more like skill tree based. There's 4 sort of operator kind of. There's 4 different things. So you could be like a medic, you could be like a sharpshooter, you could be like just an aggressive dude, or you could be like a bit more of a stealthy one. And each of them has an attribute to it. I think the one I had gave me like more ammo, or it just made me a bit more aggressive. Sharpshooter one allows you to be a bit more stealthy in certain ways, or allows you to have longer sort of holding your breath time for that kind of thing. And you can switch between them depending. And it all sort of melds together whether you're playing PvE or PvP, which is quite interesting. But I feel like, you know, if you play this more basically on your own, if you play a lot of the story than compared to somebody else who just plays the online stuff, you could potentially have a much better character, much better weapons, much better everything than someone who just plays the online stuff, you know, the PvP stuff over and over again. So it's weird. On the right there, you can see the clothing customization, but I don't think I show that. I do show that off at some point, but I don't think I show it off here. You can see I'm covered in snow too. I've been lying in the snow and I'm covered. Obviously, we've got our drone, same as Wildlands. Let's just take these out now. Because I kept forgetting to put a suppressor on the thing. I also better sight. There you go. There you go. Got a bigger magazine on there as well. Yeah, that's better. Alright. I don't know how that didn't kill him. That was clearly a headshot, but alright, mate. Whatever you say, bro. Whatever you say. But you just see, like, there you go, the HUD's all disappeared now. But just the way he moves, everything just feels more realistic. Everything feels very survivalish and very, it just really sucks you in. I really didn't want to have to finish playing when I was playing this. I got so engrossed in it. And they were like, oh, do you want to play the different modes? Like, do you want to play the PvP modes? I was like, no, I just want to keep playing. But then I had to play the PvP modes. So, it was one of them. That's an enemy car on the left there coming across, if you can see that. Let's take him out if we can. So we're coming up on a compound here. Now, I'll be honest. Well, we're taking out these dudes first. But this compound here, I spend a lot of time marking everybody. I actually ended up realizing that I'd come into a place that was very sort of higher level. Or at least, yeah, I'm going to guess it was for a later part of the game. But obviously, I'm just free roaming around, so I didn't realize that. Miss. But as you'll see now, there's a lot of enemies in this place. And I'll just say it doesn't end well. Also, you get spotted easily. Like, they've made it so you really have to... Basically, if you don't normally take stealth seriously, you'll be forced into taking stealth a lot more seriously in this game. If you played Wildlands a bit casually like I did, this game will be a bit of a step up for you. That's not to say that it's difficult, or it's silly, or it's overly hard, because it's not. But it just makes you think in the way that you should be thinking while you're playing a game like this. And I love it. But you'll see here, this area just slowly just gets way more hard, way more difficult, way more intense. And I'll be honest, I didn't do it. It's not even like I didn't do it, it's stealthy. I think the way I die is actually quite funny, but I'll let you just watch that for yourselves. But I think all in all, I just want to say the last few words. I have a lot of footage of this to come out over the next few days. So if you guys want to keep seeing more Ghost Recon Breakpoint footage, then let me know. I may also upload it without voiceover as well for those of you that want to see it. If I do, I'll leave it unlisted and I'll tweet it out or something. So if that's something you'd like to see, just in terms of being able to watch the gameplay without hearing me talking about it, then let me know in the comments of this video and I could do that. But if there's anything in particular that you want to see, do let me know in the comments as well, because I have a lot of different bits of gameplay. I just don't know what it is that you guys want to see. If you want to see a video of me talking about customization or something like that, I can definitely do that. I'm going to have a whole video talking about character customization, I think. Just showing off what it's like customizing your character at the very beginning of the game. And then obviously your weapon customization options, your actual clothing customization options, things like that. Because it's similar, but it is different to what it was like in Wildlands, and I think it is worth discussing. But you see this? This is a ridiculous amount of people. Especially considering they've all got good stuff, and they're all high level. They're all 3 levels higher than me. So again, actually I should mention, it is sort of an RPG kind of elementy game, but it's not like impossible. So they're not bullet sponges. So let's say, you know how it is, these games where people have levels, and if they're too high a level compared to you, they'll have a skull next to their, next to their thing. That's not to say you won't be able to kill them, because you actually can. As long as you headshot them, they'll go down. If it's a heavy enemy, I think you have to headshot them twice for them to go down, but that's because they've got armor on their face. But if you end up doing something that stops being stealthy, like if someone sees a dead body or hears a shot, or you just mess up in some way, the likelihood of you dying is very, very high. So it's sort of like an RPG, but it's like a good blend, because it's not going to ruin the game for you in terms of, like, if you want a challenge, you can go into those places and kill everybody as long as you're stealthy. But if you go loud, just know that if they shoot you a few times, you probably will die. It's a good balance, I think. It's a perfect balance, actually. Because I don't enjoy all these RPG games that Ubisoft are bringing out, or at least the elements of the RPG that I don't enjoy that. But I think it does, what they've done in this anyway, it works. He's a big guy. I don't think I don't want to shoot him. Because he's got a massive turret on, and I've obviously already marked all these people in this base over to my right. So I don't want to mess it all up. Also, look at that. It's very realistic. Running up a hill, he gets tired quicker, but he also struggles to get up. Obviously, those thighs must be burning, mate. Absolutely burning. Also, I gave him facial scars, because I thought that'd be cool. See? Told you I can climb up ladders. Just couldn't go up the last one. Now, my initial idea was to use this as a sniping post, but then I realized that there's a lot of enemies that I just couldn't see underneath the thing. Oh, and that's a convoy. So there's all different, like, random things that are happening while you're playing the game, as there was in Wildlands. Oh, dear. So this is where things get a bit interesting. Everything's going smooth. Bullet drop is a thing still, by the way, as well. Keep that in mind. I think I sort of forgot about that at some point. Now, this is where I make a mistake. I killed him, but I didn't realize that people can actually get around that level. I thought I dealt with it, and then, you know, people wouldn't be able to get that high up. But sticky situation. And this game's different. Wildlands, you went around and collected skill points. Now you earn them. So, I think you could earn them. There you go. Watch this, right? One guy noticed it. Then the whole... It's not like everybody just instantly knows. But the more they talk to each other, look at that. It just spreads. See that? And then it starts as yellow, where they're all alert. Then it gets to sort of amber, and they're all, like, freaking out. And then it goes to red, and they just start losing their mother trucking nonsense. And it honestly, it just doesn't end well. There's this guy over here. Watch this. Boom, call aborted. So he was calling for reinforcements, took him out, but then I ended up getting spotted. That's when visual detection kicks in. They all kick off. It's not looking good. Everybody's mad. They're all red. Yeah, baby. And then they just start firing. But this is what I mean. So this is a higher level place. Like I said, it's still doable though. You could see I was still killing people with one shot. But you can just tell by the amount of enemies that there are, etc. It's just not ready. Well, I wasn't ready for this the first time I'd ever played it. Thought I'd do some amazing stuff, it just didn't pull off. I had no idea that I was here until I shot him, and then he did. See, this is where this can screw you. See, we fell down the mountain there, and I just stopped. Nearly, no, and I'm dead. I am so dead. But that's just because I fell down the mountain. I couldn't stop it. I was trying to pull back. I could not pull back. It did not work. It did not want me to survive. Not cool. But guys, that was just a quick little look at the first sort of bit of free roam footage that I have of this game. I do have some very cool stuff to show you coming up in the next few days. So if you do want to see it, if you want to see it as soon as possible, let's aim for 1,000 likes on this video. If you hit that, guys, I'll definitely upload more of this either today or tomorrow or the day after that. Well, no, probably all of the above, really, because I just want to get this out there and show you guys. This game's going to be coming out on October 4th, so it's really not that far away. It's about a month away, and I am more than excited, let me just say that. So look forward to it. I'm probably going to do a walkthrough of the game. Not a walkthrough, but like a let's play, sort of following just the missions, and then also I'll do a free roam series where we do everything except for the main missions. That way those who want the spoilers can watch all of it, and those who just want to see free roam stuff without spoilers can watch that. It's up to you guys. Let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about this game, though, in the comments down below. Is there anything you like, you dislike? Let me know down below. Also, if there's anything you want to see, like I mentioned before, please feel free to ask, and if I've got footage of it or if I know about it, I'll make a video talking about it if you guys want to know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.